Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, this one should be a short one, definitely a political video. And let me know what you guys think. So one of the reasons why I think that Trump is getting more and more support is the constant attacks on him, the constant legal attacks where they're trying to see if they can find a way to make it so that he cannot run again in November. It's not going to work. He's going to run and most likely is going to win. And this is really just like hurting the chances for Biden to beat him. Um, One of the biggest, most egregious cases is the New York one where the um, the district attorney is going after Trump for over inflating the values of his properties to get loans to purchase more properties. So, one of the reasons why it's so egregious is you can see that the values that they're trying to give are obviously not the values of the properties. Were they inflated? Maybe. They still may have been. But the value that they're trying to give Mar-Lago is just ridiculous. It's not even close to being uh, anything that you could possibly agree to. There's no way it's worth. I think they said 18 million. It's worth substantially more than that. Is it worth as much as it was valued at for the loan? Maybe not. Um, but you know whose job it is to figure that out? It's the bank, and the bank was fine with it. The bank was fine with it. They gave him the loan. He paid back the loan. The bank was happy. He was happy. There it is, right? And that is what they have convicted him for. So here's the thing. Okay, let's say that you go in there and you are going to prosecute somebody for something that no one else has ever really been prosecuted for. Let's say that person happens to be a politician of the party that you are opposed to. Let's say they're the president, the ex-president, possible future president. Let's say you campaigned on, you know, if you get this office, this position, you will attack this person. You'll find something to go after him for. That's what happened, right? So it's obvious political persecution. It's obviously partisanship, and people see right through it. So it's causing people to support him even more. It's causing people like me who've never voted for him to say, "Yeah, I really do want to vote for him because of this," right? So it's causing people like me to vote for him, but they keep doing it, and I don't know if they think it's going to be effective and pull him out of the election, but I can guarantee you it will not. Um, it is making his life more difficult. It is causing him financial difficulties, and he wants to appeal it, right? So to appeal a decision like this, you need to put up a bond. Well, the amount of the bond, the amount of the ruling against him was ridiculous. The amount of the bond was ridiculous. And he either wasn't able to get the bond or he didn't think he needed to get the bond because this was going to happen. What this video is about. I'm not sure which it was. I do know that it was a huge amount of money, and there's no way he was liquid for that amount. Had the liquid assets for that amount, or most likely didn't have the liquid assets for that amount. He would have had to either sell property or take out a loan or take out something to be able to secure the bond. And so instead, he was able to petition to get it reduced, and he has successfully had it reduced. So he's going to be able to file this bond. He's going to be able to appeal the decision, and we'll be able to see if he is given justice, further down the line by a different court. Um, and the reason why I'm making this video is not so much because this happened, but because of the reaction to it. People literally said, this is injustice, and this is, what happens when you're a rich white male, right? let's look at that. He has been given the right to appeal a decision that did not go in his favor. Um, you know that we all have that right, and they were trying to take that right away from him by making the bond such an outrageous amount that they were trying to take his right to an appeal away from him. So him getting his right to appeal is not an extra right, it is the rights that we all have. So I just have no clue like how you can justify saying that he was given preferential treatment or that he was given special treatment. One, he's being attacked in a way that is definitely not preferential treatment, especially, he's a former Republican president, and you have Democrats in New York just gunning for him in any way that they can think to do. And now he is going to get the chance to appeal this decision. That's his right. That's his legal right. It is not an extra. It is not a privilege that he has because of his wealth and power and whiteness. He just, this is something that he has a right to. And I'm really glad that it happened. I hope that he's able to appeal this and get a fairer look at his case. Maybe, even though no one else has ever been pursued under this law, maybe he will still be found guilty of doing this. And it's possible. It definitely is possible that he inflated the properties. And I would say that while there's no direct victims, it's a victimless crime as far as no direct victims because the bank was paid back. And so Trump and the bank were both satisfied with the transaction. Some of the argument is that, there were peripheral victims, other people who didn't get the loans that he got. I mean, they can't prove that him getting the loan caused them to not get the loan, but you could say that that money could have been loaned to somebody else. So I get that, but I just disagree that it's, that it's a direct correlation, between him getting the loan and someone else not getting the loan. So what we have here is a situation where pretty much there's no direct victim here. But if he broke the law, and if the bank is not liable for it, if it's actually through his fault, and it can be proven, and there's a reasonable, amount of damages that are awarded, considering there wasn't a direct victim, the bank isn't receiving damages, it's the state. Then that's fine. But at this point, the ruling is excessive. It's hurting New York more than helping them because it's causing other business owners to realize that if they're too partisan, the state could go after them for something that's been completely looked over, for decades and decades. But now, because we're in such a hyper partisan state, that if you are a member of the opposite party and if they think they can go ahead and attack you for something like this, they will. And so it's just hurting New York. It's not helping them. It's not going to stop him from running. Maybe he does have a fine that he needs to pay, but it shouldn't be this excessive. And, because there's no damages. It's just going to the state. The state is the one getting the payment, not the bank, not other victims, the state. So I guess we'll see how it turns out, but I'm really rooting for him to win this one. It's just a ridiculous attack. Congratulations, Trump, on the reduced bond. Good luck on your appeal. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.